Strike, batter out, game set. That day, in the third year of middle school, we won the prefectural baseball championship. The contributions of my best friend and the ace, who has outstanding talent, were huge.
Congratulations, big brother Yuta-senpai.
I, Yuta Isesaki, who played catcher for the middle school baseball team, am now 27 years old and working as a front clerk and bell staff at a luxury hotel. Now, let me show you to your room. You must be tired from your travel. Leave the luggage to me. I like supporting others from behind and being helpful. Working as a hotel staff feels like my calling, and I feel fulfilled since I'm also being appreciated by my superiors. But, hey Sasaki, don't get too cocky just because you got a little praise from the boss. My colleague, Masuo Ubaitori, has been eyeing me as an enemy, and it's been getting on my nerves. It's good to have motivation, right? Let's work together to improve customer satisfaction at this hotel. There you go again, saying things like some kind of class president. I don't like that about you. The job of a hotel staff requires teamwork, and you need to communicate and help each other. So, on the surface, I've been trying to avoid causing any friction with Masuo. There are concerns at work, but everything else is going smoothly.
The hotel Yuta works at is really impressive. I envy the fact that he gets to work in such a place.
The work environment is great, and it's easy to work there. My relationship with my girlfriend, Mieko Katagaki, was also going smoothly. One day, I was called to a restaurant by someone who wanted to talk. Yo, Yuta! Makoto, it's been a while! He's Makoto Kiryu, my best friend. He was the ace and cleanup hitter in our middle school baseball team. In high school, he was recruited to a prestigious baseball school, but gave up on baseball for certain reasons. Now, he runs a sports ticket purchase website, and is contributing quietly to the sports industry. So, what's the talk about? Actually, I've got something to consult with you about, regarding our company. Makoto's website is quite popular among sports fans, and recently, it was incorporated. Now, he's the president of a small but respectable company. We've decided to add a feature to our website where users can book hotels near sports viewing locations. So, I thought it would be great if we could work together, since you seem to know a lot about the hotel industry, which is why I asked you to come today. So, this is basically an offer for a job change? To put it bluntly, yes. You know, I want to team up with you again, just like we did in middle school. Back then, I was able to show my true ability because I spent time with you, and I still realize that now. But we are still small, and we're not well known, so I won't force you to join us. Let me think about it for a bit. I listened to Makoto explain the specific details of the job, and we parted ways that day. Battery, huh? My memories are brought back to middle school. Back then, we clashed and pushed each other, but we managed to win the prefectural tournament. The excitement I felt after the game is something I'll never forget. And I remember he looked like he was in trouble. Since going to different high schools, I haven't seen him much, but I still had a sense of what he was thinking. After a month of thinking, I decided to change jobs. When I told Mieko about it, she responded with,
Eh? Really?
I understand why Mieko might be worried, and I wanted to talk things through properly.
Yeah, but sorry. I'm tired today, so I'll head home.
When considering marriage, I understand the concern about her boyfriend changing jobs. I wanted to talk properly with Mieko about her future, but
I've decided to start dating Masuo, so I want to break up with you.
unlike someone like me, working at a famous hotel, you'll be working at an unknown company, so she says she can't stay with you. Apparently, Masuo had been courting Mieko for a while. And though she initially rejected him, she decided to switch to him after hearing about my job change. I see. I can't be with someone like you who judges people only based on their workplace. And so, my relationship with Mieko came to a sudden end. A few months later, I transferred to Makoto's company and visited his office. His company mainly outsources, so there are only 3 employees, including Makoto and me.
Good morning, Yuta-senpai.
Huh? Could it be Airi? It's been a while. She's Airi Kiryu, Makoto's younger sister, 1 year younger than me. When we were in middle school, Airi was the baseball team equipment manager, so I was close with her. She works as a programmer at this company now, so she's one of the employees. Yuta, good morning. I'm looking forward to working with you from today. Likewise. Thank you, President. Stop with the formal speech. We're Battery, right? No honorifics, okay? Got it. My main job is sales, and my goal is to get as many contracts with accommodation facilities as possible. Though I've never done sales before, I'm familiar with the accommodation industry. I know exactly what they're struggling with and what they need, and my connections are strong. Alright, Yuta, play ball! And so, I started my work in this new environment.
Good work, Yuta-senpai.
One day, as I was getting used to the job, I was resting when Airi came to talk to me. Good work. By the way, I never thought I would get to spend time with you like this again.
Yeah? After you and Makoto-senpai retired from the baseball team, we didn't have a chance to meet again because you both went to different high schools. Did you know that you were more popular with the girls in my grade than my brother was during middle school?
Huh? Really? I never noticed. I always thought Makoto was the most popular one.
My brother is clumsy and not good at making friends. He gets easily bored.
Makoto was good at both academics and sports, but he was stubborn and always clashed with others.
In middle school, you always helped him out, senpai. I really appreciate it.
No, I've always been good at that kind of thing, so it's not something I should be thanked for.
Still, both my brother and I are really grateful to you, senpai. I'm really glad you transferred here.
After a soft smile, Airi gazes at me intently.
Yuta-senpai, don't you have a girlfriend now?
That look made me slightly nervous, but the next thing that came to my mind was a wry smile. Actually, I got dumped when I changed jobs.
What's that? I understand that the workplace matters to women when thinking about the future, but the way she broke up with you was just the worst.
When I told Airi about how I got replaced by Masuo, she got really mad for me.
I had a similar experience with one of my classmates in school. She was all about titles.
Yeah, I bet she liked the guy who works at a famous hotel. A month later, the results from the sales started showing. With more contracted accommodation facilities, the number of users also increased. Thanks to my past experience, I was able to successfully balance the conflicting needs of the accommodations and the customers. As expected from Yuta, this result is even better than I had anticipated. Thanks, but it's thanks to you two and all the other outsourced staff. I'm really glad I can work at this company. As we continued to work together, we remembered our middle school baseball days. It must have been the same for Makoto. He took out the ball and glove from the locker and said, "Now that today's work is done, how about we play catch for the first time in a while?" I smiled and nodded. We moved to the riverbed near the company and began throwing the ball while chatting. I think I've told you why I gave up on baseball in high school, right? Yeah. In high school, Makoto clashed with other members of the baseball team because of differences in enthusiasm and ideas, and ended up retiring from the team. At that time, I realized how fortunate I was during my middle school years. It was because I was able to be battery with you that I was able to perform well during middle school. Even now, I'm still not good at gathering a crowd or creating new connections. I still rely on you more than I would like to admit. But someday, I'll definitely repay you, so please stay by my side a little longer. Of course. When I'm working on something with you like this, I get excited just like back in middle school. The thrill we felt when we were aiming for higher goals is something I'll never forget. So, let's make the company bigger and let me dream more. Of course, I won't spare any effort for that. Thanks, Yuta. Later, the hotel booking function gained a lot of user support and became a standalone feature. It linked with the sports viewing website and made it easy for both sports fans and non-sports fans to book accommodations. It was thanks to Yuta's sales efforts.
That's really true. Especially getting that hotel contract was a big deal.
1 year after the booking website was launched, the company's business scale grew, and the number of employees increased. The level of growth was soaring. It's been really busy lately, so how about we have a staff party during the next long weekend?
Really? I'd love to go on a hot spring trip with you, Yuta-senpai.
Sounds good. Then how about we... And during the next long weekend, we went on a company trip to a luxury ryokan in G Prefecture.
This hot spring manju is delicious! Oni-chan, Yuta-senpai, let's try the shooting gallery next.
Aidi's really full of energy. Yeah, ever since you came, she's been even more hyped up.
Hey, you two! Stop chatting and hurry up! Hurry!
So, we were dragged around by Aidi and enjoyed every retro game in the hot spring town. Later, we decided to enjoy the hot spring. Hot springs really are the best! But, if I keep up with Aidi's pace, I get tired instead, and it doesn't feel like a relaxing trip anymore. And that's true. But thanks to her, it's been a fun day. I'm looking forward to dinner. Meanwhile, in the women's outdoor bath...
Maybe I got too excited. I hope I'm not being weird. I hope Yuta-senpai has really gotten over his ex-girlfriend.
Aidi muttered to herself. It was when we finished our bath and were about to return to our room after enjoying a delicious dinner. Yuta, is that you? I can't believe I'm meeting you here. I was called out by Masuo. Mieko was with him. Apparently, they were also staying at this ryokan. How's your new job at that unknown company? There's no way you can afford to stay at a high-class ryokan like this. So you're just pretending, right?
We're about to get married, so this is our last pre-marriage trip. I'm really glad I'm dating Masuo. If I'd stayed with you, my future would have been completely hopeless.
It doesn't really matter if your workplace is famous or not. Loser. I was about to tell them to be quiet because their behavior was bothering the ryokan, but...
Yuta, what's all this commotion?
It seems the landlady, who had heard the noise, came running to the front desk. Sorry, I intended to thank you, but things turned out like this. Thank you? What connection could someone like you possibly have with this high-class ryokan?
Well, that's...
When the landlady hesitated because she might be touching on customer information, Makoto stepped forward. Nice to meet you. I'm Makoto Kiryu, the president of KR Corporation. What? Masuo froze upon receiving the business card. The luxury hotel that Masuo works for is one of our company's clients, and they are also registered with our KR trip booking site. And Yuta is an important member of our company. This ryokan was one of the first to sign a contract with us after KR Trip became an independent feature. Since we've been taking care of them, we decided to stay here today.
No, we're the ones who should be thankful. Since registering with KR Trip, the number of reservations has increased, and we're very grateful.
Seriously? It's thanks to Yuta's sales that our company has grown this much. His character, enthusiasm, and ideas helped us sign contracts with many accommodation facilities. His insights, being a former hotel employee, really made a difference. Also, Yuta is currently a board member due to his achievements. Board member? So, we cannot continue our contract with a hotel that insults your important board member. There is a major contract in progress, but we'll be rejecting it from our side.
Wait a minute!
Masuo seemed to realize the gravity of the situation and looked at us with pleading eyes.
I apologize for what happened earlier. Could you please let it slide?
Makoto, maybe we should reconsider canceling the contract. That hotel helped us increase KR Corporation's sales. We owe them something. Yeah, that contract is definitely a loss for us.
Thank you, Yuta.
However, I'll make sure to let your hotel know about your actions.
What?
From the start, I signed the contract with the hotel through our accommodation site to give back to them. They valued me, and I'm still grateful. A hotel employee who speaks ill of others without understanding the situation is nothing but a liability for the hotel. So, this too is part of my repayment to them.
Please, Yuta, don't tell anyone. We've got a bond between us, right?
Bond? I thought to myself, while brushing Masuo off as he tried to cling on to me pathetically.
KR? That name sounded familiar, but I never expected it was Yuta's workplace. And being a board member, that's something I could brag about to everyone. Hey Yuta, I need to tell you something. I was just deceived by Masuo, but the truth is, I've never been able to forget you.
Huh?
Yuta, please forgive the foolish me. And let's be together again. Wait a minute! What are you doing? Move aside. This is a conversation between Yuta and me. It has nothing to do with you. That's true. I don't usually want to get involved in other people's relationships. But if someone like you is trying to sink your claws into Yuta-senpai, that's a different story. You're the title-obsessed show-off, right? What? You were famous in college, you know. You were dating a classmate from a prestigious school, but broke up because he didn't go to college. You were dating a senior from a top university, but broke up because he didn't get a good job. I've heard of you being a troublemaker, even though you've never spoken to me.
So, the university classmate ID mentioned before was about Mieko.
What's wrong with prioritizing titles? It's natural for a woman to want to date someone with a good background. You can think whatever you want, but don't act like you're the voice of all women. Besides, what if KR Corporation's business takes a dive? Would you still want to be with Yuta-senpai then? Well...
ID, that's enough. Thanks. I reassured ID and stepped forward to face Mieko. Even in tough times, I want to be with someone I can support and be supported by. So, after learning that you switched to Masuo as soon as I decided to change jobs, I have no intention of getting back with you.
Mieko, you, in front of your fiancé, and using someone like Yuta to make advances.
What? You never really liked me either. I know. You were just jealous because Yuta, who's good at his job and gets along with the boss, was doing better.
What?
They heated up and started arguing, but...
Guests, if you continue causing a scene, we will have to ask you to leave immediately.
Hey!
Scared by the landlady's cold smile, they quickly left. Later, we apologized to the landlady for causing the commotion in the lobby and headed back to our rooms. Later, Masuo was called out by his boss regarding this incident. Complaints about his behavior from customers had been piling up, leading to his demotion to a local theme park run by the hotel's subsidiary.
Damn it! Why do I have to do this kind of job?
Are you making fun of our Stardust Collection project?
I wish he would show some sincere work ethic. Meanwhile, Mieko broke off her engagement with Masuo and started looking for a new man, but...
Why? Why won't anyone answer my calls?
Mieko's bad reputation spread everywhere, and now no men are willing to talk to her. She even tried marriage parties and dating apps. But her high expectations for status meant no one would even look at her. And as for the three of us, hey Yuta, I want to ask you something. What's up, all serious? We were leading busier lives than ever, but on our days off, we found ourselves playing catch more often. What do you think about Airi? What? I was startled by Makoto's question and dropped the ball. Airi picked it up as it rolled away.
Here you go, Yuta-senpai.
Thanks. Airi looked up at me again with the same glances from before. My heart was racing even louder than that day. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. There are many things I still lack. That's why a relationship where we support each other is so important. Airi, will you continue being my battery, working alongside me?
Yes, I'm ready.
Because we've trusted each other and supported one another, our bond today is strong. So, no matter what wild throws come my way from Airi or Makoto, I will never be afraid to catch them.
Hello, Brittany here. Oh, I feel really bad for that ryokan owner. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode and I will see you next time. Bye bye!